This is One Sentence News, a daily podcast featuring 3 news stories with a sentence-long summary and 1 sentence of context apiece. I'm Colin Wright. It's Monday, February 14th, 2022. Let's talk about the news. From Nature, guinea worm disease nears eradication. The Guinea Worm Eradication Program of the Carter Center announced last month that as of their most recent count, only 14 cases of guinea worm were tracked in humans globally in 2021. This is a remarkable number, considering that 3.5 million people were infected with guinea worm across more than 20 countries in the late 1980s, and that was already a substantial drop from the number of infected in previous decades. This success is the consequence of 40 years of international collaboration focused on preventing transmission and assiduously tracking cases. The worm is still found in animal hosts, which could complicate its complete eradication, but tracked cases in animals are down 45% in 2021, so progress is being made there as well. From the New York Times, France announces major nuclear power buildup. French President Macron has announced plans to construct somewhere between 6 and 14 new nuclear power stations in the coming years, a stark contrast to the anti-nuclear push being seen in some other European nations, like Germany. Macron also said that while France has done well historically in terms of building out their nuclear power industry, they generate about 70% of their power from their existing portfolio of 56 older model reactors, while also providing enough extra for them to export energy to their neighbors. They're falling behind when it comes to newer reactor models, and in addition to at least a handful of full-scale newer model power stations, they'll build a prototype of a smaller modular reactor by 2030, which, if successful, will pit them against several other countries and corporations that are racing to perfect smaller-scale nuclear power stations that can be deployed broadly and inexpensively anywhere in the world, with governments scrambling to decarbonize their energy mix as customers. And from the Associated Press, CIA has secret program that collects American data, senators say. 2 Democratic senators who are on the Senate Intelligence Committee have sent a letter to top intelligence officials requesting more data about and the declassification of a program that allegedly involves the collection and storage of information about Americans. The CIA and NSA are supposed to collect and store and parse information about potentially threatening entities outside the U.S., and are generally barred from investigating American citizens or businesses. But in some cases, they've been known to overreach, and in others, they've incidentally collected information about U.S.-based people and businesses, while purposely collecting data about entities outside U.S. borders. This call for more information would seem to be related to a program that has accidentally or incidentally collected data about American entities that may not have been properly handled. Instead of said information being deleted or redacted, it's been archived in a way that seems not okay. And thus these senators are checking to make sure no rights are being violated, intentionally or unintentionally. If you're finding some value in One Sentence News, consider leaving a quick review wherever you get your podcasts and/or sharing the show with a friend. You can find out more about this show or subscribe to the email version at onesentencenews.com. And you can support this and other related projects, like the Let's Know Things and Brain Lenses podcasts, at understandery.com.